Okay, we're on sketching functions 2. The cost per month of owning a car is a function of the number of miles driven. So, why does it start here? I haven't driven anything. It's December 1st. I haven't driven a single mile. Why? It's the cost, not zero. Yeah. Okay, my car's paid for. Okay? The gas is already in the tank. I haven't gone anywhere. It's still parked in my driveway.
Things you buy for the trip.
No,
Because you have to pay for the car.
I paid for it. Paid for it.
I don't know. It starts at
What does a car have to have in the state of California?
License plate.
License and
Insurance.
insurance. So this is registration and insurance. Has to be there. And if you have to have a note, like we talked rule of 72, if you have to have a note, that would be there too. I don't, but I wanted you guys to get license and insurance. Okay, now I drive to school, right? What do I have to buy to drive my car?
Gas.
Gasoline. And honestly, right now with the price of gas, it's a whole lot steeper. Yeah, it's not $2 a gallon. It's not $1.50 a gallon. It's I filled up for $3.82, and that's a good price.
I got
$3.82 Safeway. Premium.
premium.
Premium. Chevron is. No. Chevron is Safeway gas. Safeway buys from Chevron. Safeway buys from Chevron. That's why I buy it's Safeway. Those are the only two places I'll fill up because I'm a snot that way. Okay, temperature in an oven. Do you know that when you turn on your oven, why isn't it at 0?
Because
you gotta heat it up.
it's already preheat.
Yeah, preheat.
No, it's filled with gas. Well, I have an electric oven.
I have a gas.
I have an electric
Okay.
one.
Preheat it.
Preheat.
Okay. No, but it's not on. So why isn't it at 0?
Because it's hot outside.
Oh, because you don't live in a house that's 0?
No, there's no.
You're not a polar bear, huh? Okay, so it's the temperature of your home, right? So it's going to be 70, 80, it's going to be somewhere depending upon the time of year, right? Okay, so when you turn on the oven, when you were a little kid, did you ever just stare in the oven door and watch the little thing on the bottom, if you have an electric oven, turn red, and then go black, and then turn red and go black? This is what it's doing. Red, black, red, black, red. What it does is it oscillates around the temperature you chose. Ovens can't go to one temperature. That's not the way they're designed. They're designed to go up and down. And the same thing happens with a gas oven. The flame gets bigger and smaller, and bigger and smaller. That's how ovens work. They don't turn on to one temperature, they move around that temperature. Now, if your oven doesn't cook well, particularly when you bake, what's probably happening is it's oscillating too wildly and it won't bake well because it's not close enough to the temperature. So poofy things go flat.
And so what do we put?
What's it say? The time equals 0. Why isn't the temperature in the oven not equal to 0? Because my house is not equal to 0. Why does the temperature eventually oscillate around 350? Because an oven can't stay at one temperature. It moves around the desired temperature. Okay? Moves close. Okay. The time it takes to ride a bicycle 100 miles is a function of the average speed. Remember we talked about dirt problems? Distance equals rate times time. So if you went a rate of 10 miles an hour for 10 hours, you would go 100 miles. So here's 10 and here's 10. Right? So if you rode your bike for 10 hours at 10 miles an hour, you'd go on your century. They call that a century ride. Okay? So this one's 100. If you're slow and you only went 5 miles an hour, how long would it take you?
200.
It would take you
5 times
20 hours to do it.
Oh man.
If you are quick and you go 20, it's going to take you, if you go 20 miles an hour, it's only going to take you 5 hours. If you go 25, it's only going to take you 4 hours. If you go 15, you'd better do the math.
3.
I make you guys do the hard one. It's not going to take you 3 hours. It's going to take you somewhere between 10 and 5 hours.
3.
So 10.
Somewhere between 10 and 5. And it's exactly between. And you guys can probably, no, 7 is not, thank you. Okay.
7.5.
The cost of postage for a first class letter is a function of weight in ounces. Did you know that if you send a letter that's half an ounce, it costs the same as a letter that's 3/4 of an ounce? And same if it's 0.8 or 0.9 or a whole ounce. Costs exactly the same amount. But no, this is just the way it's set up. Because you want to just stick one stamp on it and send it on its way. All the way up to 1 ounce. Now between 1 ounce, not including an ounce, and 2 ounces, it costs the next amount. And then between 2 ounces, not including 2 ounces, and 3, it's the next amount. So what they call that is a stepwise graph or stepwise pricing. So see, this is one price, not including 1 ounce, but up to 2 ounces, not including 2 ounces, but everything above it to 3, and so on. This is how our postal system prices our first class letters. So it's very straightforward. So if you have a scale and you say, ooh, this is a really heavy letter, I don't want it to come back, and I don't want the person at the other end to have to pay postage due. So you weigh it, say, oh, it's 2.5 ounces. So you go online to USPS, and it's right here. So you figure out how much it's going to be. Because online at USPS, they'll tell you exactly how much it is. And most of us just slap on however many stamps it takes and give them some extra money. Because it's easier than say, oh, I need to go buy 3 1-cent stamps. No. No, we don't go and buy more stamps. So why does the graph look like a series of steps? Because, put in your own words, because then you'll remember it better. And then why are these open circles here? Because they don't include. They're not included. They're included in the previous step. Make sense? Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
What